Hello, longboarding mom. Merry Christmas Eve. This has been a fast December. I have been trying to figure out when I was going to do all my cookie videos and stuff like that. And then I was like, I've already done a whole bunch of cookie videos. So I did all my baking yesterday for my fudge, my Chex Mix, my monster cookies, and my Maxine cookies. And today I am going to make sugar cookies. I have never made sugar cookies before. Isn't that funny? Never. I do have a recipe in my Betty Crocker cookbook, but I found one online that I'm going to use. I think I like it a little better. Lee from Lazarick Homestead sent me a whole bunch of cookie cutters. I am so excited. I've got a Santa sleigh. I've got a mitt. Holly leaf. Of course, you've got your angel and your candy cane. And what I was really excited about is the little mini teddy bear. I've got a teddy bear. And there's another, love them little mini ones. A snowman head. And a little heart for Valentine's Day. A mini reindeer. So cute. I've got Christmas trees. I've got a big reindeer. A shamrock that fell to the floor. A stocking. Stars.
You do not see me here.
A present. And gingerbread man. I think this is a bow, like the wrapping bow thingy, and a couple of hearts and stuff. And then I have got my old ones. I'll probably go through them and get rid of some of them because I've got duplicates now. But my ugly sweater that I did with the gingerbread house and stuff, and then a couple other ones. So this year what I'm going to do is make sugar cookies and use the royal icing and kind of try to make them fancy. I don't have the patience for this, but I'm going to try it anyway. So let's get started on making the dough for the sugar cookies. I don't know if you guys can tell how small my kitchen is right now because my counter is only like this wide, right here. And then I've got my table right here. So basically I'm working in a little square, which is okay because I only need a small space anyway. And I've got a table next to me. It holds all of my stuff. I just love it. So we're going to get started with the sugar cookie ingredients. But first, look what I got. My grandbaby here. It is Tolva Jr. I can't pronounce that. Kids 4-piece utensil set. So, you got your little whisk, your scraper, your tongs, and your little rolling pin and stuff. And I got her a little apron that matches my other apron, the cupcake one. So we are going to do some baking hopefully when I go see her. If not, I'm going to do a little photo shoot, pretend baking. Let's get started on the sugar cookies. I got it here on my tablet. I was reading the directions, 3 cups of flour. We're going to start with the dry ingredients first. I've got my eggs and butter on the counter. So it's so funny because my husband, I had all this stuff pulled out last night so that I would not, except for the eggs, I had the butter pulled out so it'd be at room temperature, soft, ready to go. And he put it back in the refrigerator. So I had to put it in the microwave for a few seconds actually. I started at 30 seconds and I go in 5 to 10 second increments, and I flip it in the microwave so that it thaws. So it's got a good little squishy to it. It's still not as soft as I want it to be, so I'm hoping it will be soft enough. So we need 3 cups of flour. I think I already did 2. So it happens when you talk. And there is 3. This is a really simple recipe actually. I need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I'm trying to use this baking powder up. It's got those stupid bioengineered ingredients. Ugh, I can't talk right now. So I need 1 teaspoon of that. But I bought some Wenco brand. That doesn't have it in there. I also need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Little itty bitty, be careful because I always pour too much. 1/4 teaspoon. And you're gonna mix this together. I'm gonna use my pastry thing. Just kind of mix that all around. That way it breaks up if there's any chunks in the flour. There's no chunks in my flour. But when I do vacuum seal it, it does get little chunky, and you've got to make sure you sift it. But I don't need to sift that. I'm just going to do that. And I've got my new mixer here. I'm going to move it over. The cord comes out the back. I love it. It stores so nice. I need to add my paddle attachment. And we are going to add the butter. We are going to cream the butter together for 2 to 3 minutes with the sugar, 1 cup of sugar. So I'm going to set this down and grab 1 cup of sugar. Now we're going to cream this together. That looks light and fluffy. Now I need 1 egg. One egg. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. That one already had flour on it, so I don't want to stick that teaspoon in my... And it says optional flavor, so you can do like an almond extract. You can do lemon if you want like lemon flavored cookies. I'm going to drop this in the top here. Isn't that amazing? I love this thing. Using my, well, won't be using that spatula. I dropped it on the floor. Let me grab another one. We'll be using the gnome, sweet gnome. Okay. And then let's turn this on. So I'm adding the vanilla and the 1 egg, and we're going to beat it together 1 more minute. Give the sides a good scrape here. So my vanilla bean is going to leave a little flaky color in my sugar cookies. It's going to be so pretty. So even if I don't decorate them, they're going to be pretty. Okay. We are going to turn this on for like another 30 seconds. And then we will start adding our sugar. I'm going to mix this egg in. And then I'm going to add in this flour slowly. It's going to look like really cakey and stuff in there. All we need is a nice doughy texture. So it will incorporate and get doughy, and then we will roll it out and cookie cut it. there's all these steps we gotta do. That's probably why I don't make these types of sugar cookies that often, but I am so excited. So yesterday when I was doing my cookies, I froze some so I can take some up to my grandbaby next week, and they'll be nice and fresh. I'm going to use this half cup here, and we're going to turn this back on and add it slowly. Okay, it's a little crumbly. It says to kind of scrape the sides here, and it will form a dough ball, but it's got to mix better. Yeah, it says it will be crumbly and it will mix up. You just got to keep mixing it until it mixes together. And then you actually knead it a little bit before you roll it out. It is a lot crumbly, isn't it? That's how my dough is for my pie crust sometimes. But when you put it in the refrigerator, it hardens up and stiffens together and stuff. But let's get this out so I can knead it together a little bit. You're going to do half of this mixture at a time. This thing is heavy. Oh my goodness. I'm going to move this back here. And make some room because I've got to roll it out, make a dough ball, and all that fun stuff. Okay, so I'm going to flatten this out the best that I can. I'm going to put plastic wrap on it to roll it out. I've got parchment paper below. Whoops, that didn't work. Parchment paper underneath it to bake on it, and so that it won't stick to the pan. Try this plastic wrap again. There we go. And we want it to roll it out and make it not thin, but thin enough, like a quarter of an inch thick. And then it says to cut out about 12 at a time, and then you can put it in the freezer for about 5 minutes. It's not easy to roll it out when it's on a cookie sheet already. So what I'm going to do is put it right there, and then we'll roll it out and put it back on the cookie sheet.
Oh, they're just fine. Perfect.
Okay, I think that's thin enough. I'm going to keep this right here so I can reuse it again. I'm going to cover up the cookies in the freezer. So we are going to pick a couple of these. We're going to do some big ones first, and then we'll do the little ones. So let's have a little mitt. You go straight up and down. And you got to have a pair, right? And then a stocking. Stocking, a Christmas tree. Ooh, a reindeer. And where did that sleigh go? There's 6. Says you can get 12 out of it, hopefully. Let's try for 12, right? Definitely need a candy cane. This one got bent a little bit, but I can fix that. Let's do a couple candy canes. And I think we need another. Oh, the oven is preheated to 350 degrees. We're going to do another stocking. And I think that's all I can get on that one. So let's clean up my mess. And you carefully peel away the dough. And I'm actually going to stick the dough that I've already used in that plastic wrap. And we will re-roll that out in just a little bit. You can roll it out one more time without the cookies getting yucky and hard. Now, if you're just going to do it for like tree decorations, because you can make decorations out of these, it doesn't matter how many times you roll it out. I think I'm going to have to get my little knife out to help me get some of this corner stuff out, because see, it's sticking right there. That's okay. And then we are going to put this in the freezer for about 5 minutes, actually. Let me see if I can find it really fast. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to put this back on the cookie sheet, put it in the freezer for about 5 minutes. Make sure it fits on the cookie sheet right. Okay, 5 minutes in the freezer and then 7 to 9 minutes in the oven. The sugar cookies will not turn colors. They will lose the glossiness once they're baked completely. They will turn brown if you burn them though. So let's get these in the freezer and then in the oven, and I'll show you what they look like when they're all cooled off. Here are my baked cookies. See, there's just a little bit of browning on the edges, but not much. We're gonna put them on the cooling rack to cool for just a little bit, and then we'll remove them. Here's more to go in the freezer, and I've got tiny ones already in there. I'll show you. Look at the baby ones. Teddy bears, snowman, and reindeer. And I'm gonna do the other ones I did for 9 minutes, almost 10 minutes. These ones I'm gonna start off again at 8 minutes to see how long they need to go. These are my finished sugar cookies. Little brown on the bottom. I'm gonna do red and white, some purple, I think. I'm trying to decide on all the colors that I need because I don't want to have too many colors and not have enough icing for what I want to do. So these are still, you know, cooling and stuff. So while they are cooling, we are going to make the royal icing. Royal icing, we need 4 cups of powdered sugar, about 1 pound of powdered sugar. I'm going to put that down. I'm so glad I have this on here. I'm going to use my clear vanilla to keep the icing white. Otherwise, if you use a darker vanilla, it's going to make it an off color, which is okay because it doesn't have to be perfect. So 1 teaspoon of that. I do not have any meringue powder, so I have purchased some pasteurized egg whites. I need 3 of those. I've already shaken it. I looked at how much it is. 2 eggs is 1/3 cup. So we are going to measure 1/3 cup of the egg white and 3 tablespoons equals 1 more egg. So this is 3 eggs, and we are going to whisk this up. I'm going to start it off slowly to get it to mix in together. Mix it up until it makes soft peaks. Make sure all that powdered sugar gets in that. The longer you whisk it up, the stiffer it's going to get. This is the royal icing. That's what you make for your gingerbread houses and stuff. The glue for it, to decorate it, to make icicles. Make sure all of the powdered sugar is mixed in. Now to make it thicker, if it doesn't get thick enough, you can add a little bit more powdered sugar. You don't want to add too much, but you also just whisk it up a little bit more. It aerates it and makes it thicker, because right now it's way too runny. And it has not been 5 minutes yet. I've got about 3 more minutes. Or 2 more minutes. But it is thickening up. But that would just run right off the cookie. It looks thicker, but look at that. I still think that will just run right off the cookie. I'm going to add just maybe a ½ cup more of some powdered sugar and whip it up just a little bit longer. I need it thicker. I can always thin it out when I need to thin it, but I want it thick for, you need thick icing and thin icing. Okay, it's getting thicker. I think I need more. Okay, that recipe I was following, I don't think was correct. It had no cream of tartar in it. My icing was not getting any thicker. So I added a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar to this recipe here. It looks thicker. I think it's going to work. It looks like a marshmallow consistency almost. So we are going to take this off because I don't need it anymore. I've got some bowls here to mix some colors with. I need red, green, brown, black. We are going to start with some red and white first. So we can make some candy canes. I got candy canes and I've got some probably stockings out of the red and white. They might be pink because I don't have red gel. So let's, I don't think I don't want that much red. So I'm going to put some of that back. I'm going to cover this with some saran wrap so it doesn't get too stiff on me and dry out. So give me just a second. I'll be right back. So we're going to mix some red. And all I have is red food coloring. So I hope I don't like make it too liquidy, because that's what I was trying not to do. Ooh, that's going to be a pretty red. Oh, and it's going to be more like a pink red. I got these from the Dollar Tree. They are disposable icing bags. These are perfect for what we want to do today. They come 12 in a package. So I need white and I need a red because we are going to do these candy canes first. So I'm already making a mess here. Look at that. I'm going to use a lot of white today because we're going to do white for like the mittens, the little fluffy part that goes on the wrist. And then I'll probably make some purple mittens. I don't know, red. If there's any red left. And I got green trees. I've got some sprinkles over here. So here is, I'm going to twist that up, set it down. Now we are going to do the red. And so I take it over my hand like this, and then you're going to just fill it in the middle. Or you can put it in a cup, little cups. Then you can just pour this right in. That would work great. Let me see if I've got a small one. Put it like that. I just got red icing all over my counters and stuff. So we're just going to pour that in. I hope it's thick enough and thin enough, because it needs to be thick enough so that I can make an outline, and then thin enough so that it will kind of marry together like it's supposed to. I am making a huge mess out over here. Okay, I'm going to stack these bowls out of the way. We are going to bring our pan over here. And we are going to decorate the candy canes and probably some of those there.
You can do red mittens, like a red.
And I'm going to just cut just a tiny hole. I don't want a huge one because I want a small little hole so I can draw with it. is how you decorate. See, they're going to be pink, not red. That's okay. You don't want to move them too much because they will smear, fall off the edge. That's why you don't want it too thin. Look at that. My first time making sugar cookies with designs on them. Now, the easy way to do is to buy some icing at the store and some sprinkles and some candy and just ice your sugar cookies up and decorate them with your candy however you like. That's always fun. You can either do like make your own royal icing like I did today, or you can make buttercream icing. And buttercream icing is really simple to make. Really, I was gonna say really good. Not good for you because it's made with butter and shortening. But it's really good. I like it better than store-bought because that stuff's made with all shortening. Ugh, yuck. You wonder why it like leaves that film in your mouth. It's because of that shortening that they use. So butter, still you kind of get, if you use too much shortening, it's going to leave that film in your mouth. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. And I've got plenty to do my stockings with. Like I'm going to go like this. And then I'm going to line it like this.
I just want to leave that film in the mouth.
And this is going to take actually a couple hours for it to dry. So they'll be sitting here for a few hours before I can actually try one. I tried one without the icing, and it's, they need sugar. It's, if you're going to cook them and not decorate them, you want to sprinkle them with some sugar, some really good sugar. Otherwise, they are a bread cookie. This is so fun. I've never done this. I thought it was going to be kind of hard to do. And if you follow the first recipe I was following with the icing, no, it was not going to work. Just kind of smooth it around. There we go. And I have enough to do. Let's see, I've got teddy bears back there. I'm going to do, let's do some gloves, some mittens. We'll do 2 of those and then we'll do them different colors. So this year, I feel very, very blessed. I get to make the things that I want to make and buy the things that I want to buy to make the things that I want to make. It's hard seeing all the homeless people. If you hear that noise in the background, my husband's working with some mustard back there. He's making himself a sandwich.
It's gone.
It's gone, he said. Yep, it's gone. There's more in there.
No, I know.
Okay. So that is my red. I even got some left. Probably not enough to do anything else with it. We'll see. I know I can probably do the white, but I'm afraid it might mix together.
Tie-dye. fried candy canes.
So let's see. I should probably start with the candy canes first, since that was the first one I did. The one recipe I was following did give you tips on what to do if you wanted to mix the colors, or like my snowman over there, if you want to give them eyeballs and stuff, how to do that. So it is good if you've got the means to look at different recipes, to look at different recipes and then compare them and find out, you know, if they've got the same ingredients and everything, and sometimes find out why they omitted an ingredient. Like, why did the recipe omit the cream of tartar? Well, that recipe called for meringue, and you don't need meringue powder or cream of tartar with meringue powder. But it told you if you're going to use the egg whites, you can, but it didn't tell you to use the cream of tartar. So funny. I accidentally got some red in there. That's okay. Just kind of mix it down like that. I'm going to add some sprinkles. Before it dries, I'm going to add some sprinkles to the... I've got some rainbow sprinkles. So I'm going to add that to my stockings up here.
I know how to make red sugar, but I won't do it. Messy.
Okay. And my rainbow sprinkles. I probably got these at the Dollar Tree. It's just rainbow sugar, actually. And we're going to just sprinkle a little bit. Yay! Okay. You can fill in the little lines here if you need to. See, still learning. I'm not perfect. I'm going to finish the white on these, and then I'm going to mix some other colors and show you what it all looks like when I finish. I have finished all of my cookies, including my ugly sweater. It was the last thing I did, so it doesn't matter what colors I use because it's an ugly sweater. I accidentally touched this one. They're not quite dry yet. That's why it says like up to 12 hours. I was going to move them and I smudged that one and stuff. So I've got the purple and white and the red and white, and I made like a royal purple with the purple and a little bit of blue and stuff there. And this one was the fun one. I had no brown. I had to make brown. And my first attempt was this ugly gray color thingy. I was practicing on the teddy bears. So now they're just teddy bears that are going to go in Santa's sleigh. But at the very end, I finally was able to make brown out of red and the royal blue. And I even used the gold. And then these are my fun little sprinkles I got. They're holiday sprinkles, so I thought that would be fun on the trees and stuff. And the cute little reindeer. They're playing in Santa's games. Now this one, whoops, I smudged that one too. This one you had to do in steps. So I did the white first, and then I went back after I did the green and stuff like that, and I added the gold, and I made, this is the gold and the royal blue together. I did that together so it kind of mixed in together so it looks like they fit together. And then I came back later after it kind of dried a little bit more and did the black. So I'm going to eat a small one. Probably a snowman. And the icing is perfect. Just enough sugar to balance out that cookie. Yum. I forgot to set the timer on these little ones. Like they needed 2 more minutes. And I forgot it. I almost burned them. But not really. Look. Just a little brown on the bottom. They're so cute. They were so much fun to make. This would be fun to do with a family. Because it takes time. And so you just give a couple colors, mix up some colors and put them in little cups and have little stations and stuff. It'd be so much fun. But one person, it took all day, and I am exhausted. Now it's time to make dinner. Yum. Look at the little red nose.